production. That should be up to the person who designed it. So we gave this to them, had them think aloud and tell us, what they made of the data, whether it was interesting to them. We were a little bit afraid that they would apply what we consider to be sort of a stimulus response approach to it. That they'd go, okay, I want to see what the audience reacted to this particular. What did they do for this? I think it should be high here, is it high? And they did a minimal amount of that, but they were really very cautious and thoughtful. They seemed to understand right off the bat sort of that this data is noisy, there's limitations, and that we should sort of take it to some extent with a grain of salt, but also look at it more for its overall narrative structure and that type of thing, rather than individual types of things. So they were definitely really interested in the data. They all played with it for a long time. We did ask them this one question. We said, if you could know the valence of the response, because arousal could be high because they love something or hate something, right? If you could know which it was, would you want to know? And all of them said no. Unless you can tell me why, it's not useful to me. Because they may hate something because it reminds them of their ex-boyfriend, right? And that's irrelevant, right? So they didn't want to know in general. So now, they were aware of the attentional issues. So for example, one choreographer said, I was watching this dancer and I looked over her crawling back and I really liked that, and I think I might have felt aroused, but I know that started a lot earlier because she choreographed the dance, so she knows that sort of movement part started 15 seconds ago. And she said, but that's just when someone might have happened to notice it, so how does that factor in? So they were very sort of aware that people could be paying attention to different things, so you can't sort of assume that they're paying attention to